Hello, you beautiful, loud people out there. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hollow Knight. I'm here with my friend and co-host.
Hey y'all, it's Ariah, your girl, and we're back today with more Hollow Knight. It's exciting.
So here's what we're gonna do. Last time, we beat what was the thing's name again? Hornet? Hornet, yeah.
A red cloaked lady.
That had it out to get us, but then we stole their dash. So everything's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, they gave us the dash,
Technically. But they, like...
Or something? I don't know.
After we won the duel, they ran off. Is what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we hit them enough. She wanted to...
Oh, shit.
Get out of... Ah! Nice.
Ah!
Oh. You got an extra button, now you gotta get them straight.
It's true. It's really weird.
There we go.
Because I'm having to use all three of my fingers rather than the two that I've been using this whole time.
All three of your fingers?
Yeah, 3 fingers.
Don't you have 5?
No. I'll only get 5 if I get like the V button to be used. If I need to use more fingers on that hand, then they'll exist. But
I didn't mean on the. I see. I got you.
No, I didn't mean on the keyboard either. I mean they only spawn whenever I need them.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is.
Yeah. Well, it seems right away that the game's making us use our dash.
Which I don't mind, because the dash is probably going to be the most... Cool.
That was the Hornet fight room.
Yep.
So there was more to explore in that direction, and this is going back.
Oh,
we could go to the bench if you wanted.
You're right, actually. Oh yeah, there's that whole platform on the left.
Yep. All right.
So here's my thing. We gotta like look around some more.
It's true. We fought Hornet. We got the dash. What does the game want us next? Are we gonna find a new area?
Lake of Un.
Oh, we heard the name Un before.
Shit.
You interrupted his peaceful staring off at the lake.
Shit. I wasn't thinking.
Rest in peace. It's okay. You got that shortcut.
Yeah, exactly.
Not updated. So, what are your running thoughts in the game so far? After you've just kind of been exploring.
I've been having a really good time. Like I said, I feel like mobility is a lot better now with this dash ability.
Yeah.
Shit.
I definitely say so. Oh, yeah,
like,
careful. Blindly falling can be...
It feels like the game's opened up a lot to me now that I have this dash ability.
Yeah, I think it really has. I think that's kind of how the Metroidvania games work, is like, they kind of railroad you at the beginning in order to just like kind of get you used to the game and collect some stuff, and then you get something like your dash, and then there's just suddenly a bunch of stuff you can do, and like you get more movement items, and then you have more and more free traversal, and it's just a nice natural progression. Oh boy, kick his ass, literally in the backside while he's not looking.
Oh shit!
Oh, you dash into him.
Too many buttons, man.
You're gonna lose all that geo. Get out of here. Like get out of here. Okay.
Shit.
You're gonna lose all that geo.
You're right.
Jeez.
This makes that was like the worst place I could have died.
You could try to sneak into that building behind him. Maybe there's something in there.
Alright, that sounds like a plan.
Because he'd probably be staring off at the lake again.
Yeah, but what sucks is that the fucking...
Shade's over there?
Yeah, the shade's stuck.
So hopefully, maybe there's some healing in here, maybe?
From... Shit.
Oh, bench!
Wait. Oh, cool.
It's Coral. Remember Coral?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's outside the black egg.
Yeah, I remember now, yeah. Was that me or was that you?
That was your voice. Yep, it was yours.
Oh, hello there. Seems we both tread far from the path. I can hardly believe that those dusty old highways led to such a lush and lively place. The building suggests some form of worship, though its idol has clearly been long forgotten. Doubles equally well for a moment's respite.
Cool. Yeah, we definitely got a moment's respite. We got our health back. Kick his ass, literally. Oh, that worked. Oh, yeah, nice. Look at that. Oh, just not worth it.
No, that's worth it. I just gotta, like, actually know what I'm doing.
Just don't dash into him. There you go. You know, dashing away, dashing over.
Shit. Shit. Run like a bitch. We can do it again.
Well, we got the Geo back, and the bench is right here, so it's not like
I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna practice this because I want to get good at fighting these guys.
Yeah, that's probably good. And there was a bunch of them in one of those rooms, and you kind of ignored all of them.
Exactly. But if I got good at fighting them, you know?
Yeah. There's gotta be a way.
Feels easier with the dash, though.
Dashing definitely makes a lot of things easier, but that doesn't make them trivial.
No.
He's kind of cornering you. There you go.
Shit. Didn't mean to do that. It's the problem, Ariah. Shit. That's okay though, because the bench is right there.
Yep. Very nice.
And what we learned is that we can do the whole...
Do you have a favorite favorite friendly in this game so far? A favorite friendly bug? We've met.
I think Zote's
Elder
my
Bug,
favorite.
We've met.
Zote's
Yeah,
my
we've
favorite.
met Coral. We met Zote. We met Sly, and we met Iselda, and we met Cornifer.
I like Zote a lot.
I also like Zote. Zote is a very good character. Zote is very funny.
It's true. It's all about hilarity for me. It's the same way like Mido is one of my favorite characters in Ocarina of Time.
Mido's a great character. He even had an emotional beat when we were an adult.
Exactly. Where he was talking about how he wished that he could have seen Link and what Link was up to. How
Yeah,
everybody
and
was like
said
that.
if you ever saw him, if you ever see Link, tell him I'm sorry.
Which I thought was great.
Being mean to him. Yeah. You keep dashing into enemies. That's something you gotta work on.
I know.
Because your dash does take you pretty far. You can't underestimate its distance, or overestimate for that matter. It takes some getting used to. Yeah, these guys are not easy.
Shit. I gotta get over that habit. Shit. I think it's because because originally my pointer finger was on X, so I'm used to hitting with X.
Oh, your pointer finger was on X?
Yeah, because I don't even know why it was there. I was just kind of there. So now it's...
Oh, I see, because you're... Yeah,
because there were only two buttons, so now I just got... This is also just like a way for me to get used to my...
I had to put my fingers on the buttons physically for me to understand what you meant, but yes, I got you, and you just move them over.
Oh, shit.
Oh! You knocked him into the acid.
That works.
You can go in that building and heal, by the way.
Yeah, but he'll come back.
Don't touch him then.
Yeah, you're right.
If he does come back. He does come back, I think.
I don't see why...
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't because he's a special enemy, I guess.
Weird.
Normally that would, normally big enemies would come back there even.
But it makes, like, traversal faster, too, which We both know how much I like
It's true.
zooming through places in these games.
Yeah. Well, what can we do now? What do we have? There's the shortcut over here. We can get out of here.
Because that seems like the move, yeah, like to just like get out of here.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be anything else over
me.
here.
But like, what do we have? We've seen all the way over there. We should go to the bottom.
So that bottom left area, do you remember, you jumped over to a platform and then there was just a wide open spike sea and you just like couldn't go that way.
Maybe with the dash that'll make it easier?
Yeah. Fair enough.
Or something like that. I don't see what else the difference would be. And it's easier to skip things whenever I have the dash.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I've already seen all this stuff, or else I wouldn't be skipping it like that.
Yeah, there's no problem with skipping the enemies. I mean, like, you'll find more enemies. You'll find harder enemies that drop more Geo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Geo is going to be a huge problem in the long term.
What's up there?
This doesn't look very accessible from here.
Nope. No, that's not the answer. Is this possible, by the way?
No.
Cool.
I mean, you know, you looked over there. There's a wide gap. You've got nothing to cross a wide gap.
Nope. Not yet. Fuck me.
Nice.
That's cool, though. But, like, I don't know. I find it all very interesting. How's life been for you lately, friend?
I don't know. It's been okay. It's been tolerable. I've not, I don't know, been the most happy or content or anything, but like, I'm okay moment to moment. I'm not miserable all the time. There's things that in my life that are fun to do, so can't complain all that much.
Wasn't it like a constant for most people to not be content? Like, everybody's got something that they wish was different. And if they don't, then, like, they're like a Buddhist monk.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I like, people are
not
different and
easily satisfied.
Life is subjective, and I can't speak for anybody but myself.
True. Oh. I couldn't tell if I could move through that or not. Oh, apparently not. Alright, we gotta go around it then. We've already been down here. Did I just go the wrong way around here, or is there a way to get over that?
You got over it last time. That's why your thing's over there.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Oh, yeah, it was like this.
There you go. Ah, careful. Whew. And things can absolutely knock you into spikes, and then you take 2 points of damage, because one from the enemy and one from the spikes.
Yeah, which sounds miserable.
Okay.
What's over here?
One of those guys again. Or over where that bench is.
The bench is up.
So yeah, there are some exits we see here and there, just from a.
I'm looking at that one well, I mean, which ones am I close to? I guess I could like take this direction up here, hit a right.
Is that bench?
Go
You
up.
stop by it if it's closer to where you're going, just so that you have a respawn point.
For sure. So
there's almost never a reason. There's almost never a reason to skip a bench.
yeah, you're right.
If you have like blue masks that you don't want to lose, then you could skip a bench. If you pass a bench but know that there's a bench closer to where you want to be, then you can skip a bench. But generally, or if you like where your respawn point is and you don't want to change it currently, then you can skip a bench. But They're usually very good to just grab while you're there. For the healing, for the spawn point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I'm thinking we should go to this thing on the right here.
Yeah?
Like, over this direction, there's a way to go. And there's, like, something to the right this way.
Yeah, something to the right.
Shit.
Ah!
Oh, man.
Ah!
Whoops.
Oh.
I stress you out a lot when I play these games.
It's true. I mean, I just get anxious easy.
It's true.
But it's not a bad anxiety. It's a fun anxiety.
It's true.
Nice. Oh, okay. So we are in that new room. Another moss charger.
Yep.
Nice. You're really edging death there, but
Gotta keep the viewers on their toes, you know?
looks like we're over here now. Hold on. Do you want to go through that room just to see? Because you clearly haven't been in that one before either. So just enter and just be like, huh, where is this? Do you remember where this is?
Oh, yeah, it's next to the other bench.
Yeah, so that's actually when you walked left, you saw Hornet dash up there, and you couldn't reach there yet.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I understand
Yeah.
now. I remember this place now.
So it was a little shortcut between the two areas.
But I was just going here so to update that part of the map.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's go to the top. The only things that are left are the thing in the bottom left that we can't do anything with.
Yeah.
Or that thing in the top.
There's a couple, actually. I can point them out to you. So at the very top, yeah, bottom left, but also if you look at the bench, the bench at the bottom most part that we can see.
Oh, yeah.
Then go to the room to the right of that, and there's an exit down there. Mm-hmm. There's also an exit off the bottom, closer to the hunter. On the bottom
I
right
see
of the
that.
map.
I see that. You know, yeah.
So there's a few.
So let's go look at that stuff real quick. While I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the best way to go about this.
Well, I think the closest... Oh, yeah, so you could go down to the hunter if you want to get the one on the bottom first. Or you could just go all the way left and do...
I'm going to go to the hunter first, I think. I'll just drop down.
Okay. Somewhere, yeah, down here. Careful though, because that map, yeah, because the map, see, the bottom of the room is jagged, so that means there's some sort of liquid at the bottom, it seems.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so now I need to go in here. And then head this way. Ow. There we go. I'm just trying to get to a point where I know which finger's which.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I almost wish I could change the jump button to spacebar. Just for my sake, but it's fine. Everything's set up this way for a reason.
Yeah, I mean Z is commonly the action button in a lot of indie games.
It's true.
It's the jump button in Celeste as well. Is it? Wait, no, actually, it isn't the jump button in Celeste. They actually switched that. C is the jump button in Celeste.
Oh, gross.
The rightmost button of the control. So it would be if you put your fingers over ZX and C, then it would be your index finger. That would be jump. Which honestly isn't a horrible control scheme. I prefer that. I mean, I like that too, but I don't know. I tend to pretty easily adapt to whatever game I'm playing's controls without actually caring about changing them.
Yeah,
usually.
that's fair.
The exception is I like inverted camera controls for the y-axis.
That's fair.
So I always set it to that if I can.
Yeah. That makes sense. I've never... Shit. But see, especially for, like, situations like that, where, like... well, I think it's just mostly from starting the game a certain way. And then switching when my fingers were, which is not...
Yeah, you'll get used to it before too long.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not too worried about it.
It is the only piece of movement in the game that, like, becomes a main button that you use.
Yeah.
Like, there are other things that you gain, but I think they're more seamlessly integrated to the previous control scheme than the dash is.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're in this area. There's a little stone sign there.
Oh, can we read that? Wait, did I miss it? I probably missed something. Oh, you were talking about a stone sign in there. Yeah. This is the stone sign you were talking about, right?
Yes.
I thought
There's a
so.
little symbol on it.
I was confused for a second. I'm easily confused, if you hadn't noticed. There we go, killed that thing up there. Ow. Ariah, this thing's hurting me.
They are very hurtful. They hurt you a lot. They're not fun enemies to deal with. In fact, I find that a lot of the times they are not worth killing.
Yeah, I noticed. Okay, so there's all types of stuff down here to look through.
So another entrance over there.
There's so much stuff. Oh, shit. Oh god, it's a boss.
You should not make a habit of walking, like, into a creature that does not currently have a hitbox.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't.
It's like a moss charger, but it's a huge one.
It's true.
Your bench was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, we found that guy, and we got the map updated down there.
True.
There's got to be a closer bench, though, right?
Not one that I've seen so far. Nah. Fuck me. Ugh. So we need to not die before we get back to that shade.
Yeah, that would certainly be very helpful.
It would be.
So, just as something to talk about, I went to see the new Pixar movie, Elemental.
How'd that go? I haven't watched a Pixar movie in a while.
I actually saw it twice, in theaters. I saw it once with N, and then I saw it again today, actually, as of recording, because a friend of mine wanted to see it, and I went to the theaters with her since it was $4 movie tickets day.
How'd that go?
Every Tuesday, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, so my hot take that everybody disagrees with is Elemental is better than Encanto.
Does that include N with disagreeing with that one?
Yes. No. N agrees with me.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's us two against the world.
As usual.
But yeah, we were talking about it, and like, so I think Elemental is actually a really good movie. I think there's a lot that can be nitpicked about it. But it has a heart and soul, and it has just, there's something about it that I really like, and I don't know. I think the characters and the plot and the emotional beats, the I don't know. Pixar's really good at handling family relationships too, just generally.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very solid Pixar movie. And I would recommend it. It's very good.
The problem with...
It's very tropey.
Yeah.
I don't really like tropey movies. And in fact, I don't even like the fact that... I don't even like the way that Elemental use tropes. In fact, I do have a lot of nitpicks. Like, there's a lot of things that I think are suboptimal about it that I think it could have been a lot better if were done differently. But it also was a very enjoyable movie that I like a lot and I love. And I relate to the main character in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
The main character of that movie, I feel like... obviously, the parallels aren't precise. Like, you know, she's meant to be an immigrant, of an immigrant family, like first generation American, second generation immigrants? How you put that?
Yeah. Fuck me.
So you know, it's an immigrant story to some degree, and obviously that part of it I don't relate to, but there's a lot about her character that I do relate to, and was also reminded me of me. So there's a lot about it that really just like that hit me in a lot of ways, because like there's even you can draw thematic parallels just like me and my life and my struggles and the things that I struggle with, and I don't know, it's a very good movie. I cried a lot.
That makes sense. Man, I haven't seen a movie in a while. The last one I saw was Spider-Verse. I mean, that wasn't even that long ago though. That was like what, like a month ago that came out?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna watch a lot of movies when we're there. We're gonna watch. We've got plans for 2 in theaters and 2 at home in the hotel.
Apparently, yeah.
So far. Well, I think it's only fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, but the Barbie movie is something that, yeah, okay, we'll talk about this. During the Montana trip, which we've been talking about this series a bit, I guess, we're gonna go see some movies we've been talking about. So it started with, I think, the first one was Puss in Boots, wasn't it? Or was it Everything Everywhere?
Yeah, Puss in the Boots came first, then Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay, yeah, so the Puss in Boots 2, I never saw the first, no wait, I did see the first one, and I didn't like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But I also am not a huge Shrek fan. I don't really like the Shrek movies. I'm a Shrek the Musical enjoyer, in fact. But I've heard Puss in Boots 2 is very good. A lot of people have said Puss in Boots 2 is very good, and at this point, I have no way. I can't disbelieve people. I mean, everyone says it, so I don't know what to expect, so I don't really have expectations. But you know, I'll probably like it. And then Everything Everywhere All at Once is a movie that I've seen. And Anna's seen, that I don't think anybody else, you haven't seen, Apathetic Astronaut has not seen, and Salty hasn't seen. That I like that movie a lot, and they don't really know anything about it, which is good. That's kind of how you should go into it, and I'm going to push for that. And then we're going to see 2 movies in theaters. There's the new Spider-Verse movie, Across the Spider-Verse, which I think it's going to be like at the very tail end of its being in a movie theater. You're okay. At least you got your at least you didn't lose your Geo yet.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's got to be a closer bench. You should look for a closer bench before pushing that area. So,
all of a sudden,
yeah,
Barbie got added, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And before that, I Across the Spider-Verse is another one that we were talking about. Actually, I gotta put back up. I've seen the first one. I saw the Into the Spider-Verse not right when it came out, but like several months after it came out.
Yeah.
You know, when the hype kind of died down, and I'm like, I'll watch it. And then it was really good. I really liked it. So I'm very excited for the sequel.
Oh yeah,
and we're gonna catch the tail end of it being in theaters. We're gonna like catch it like right before it leaves theaters in Montana, which is gonna be really cool. And then we just added the Barbie movie, which I don't know. Have you seen any trailers for it?
Not really.
It's not what you'd think it'd be. Like don't think we're just going to watch some.
I'm not.
Some like. I don't know. Like, I watched a preview from knowing nothing and being like, oh, Barbie movie. Like, I mean, sure, I'd watch that. Like, why not? And 2, oh wow, that looks really good. So I'm actually pretty excited for it. And then so those are the 4 movies that we have on our list to watch while we're there.
My list of excitement.
What a 5th one?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not exactly excited for Barbie or Everything Everywhere All at Once. That just, I mean, they're gonna.
I see. Jay's not excited for what he hasn't seen yet. Jay's not excited for the new movies.
It's true. I don't know.
He also doesn't know much about those movies.
I don't know. I just like, especially whenever I don't know anything, how can I be excited for something, you know?
See, I'm always that's a really interesting thing because I'm always super excited for the things that I don't know about but have heard good things about. Like when something, a movie, a game, whatever it is, when I heard really good things about it and I don't know anything about it, that's always when my excitement is peaked.
I think
it could be anything.
But like, I don't peak my excitement because the problem is you can sit there and peak your excitement and then it'd be horrible, but because you knew nothing about it, you know?
No, I disagree. I think I can be excited and also not disappointed. Like, I can be excited and also not get my hopes up.
I don't understand that.
That's
Because getting your hopes up, being excited involves getting your hopes up.
No, I'm excited. It's like cautiously optimistic. It's like, oh yeah, I'm really excited to check out this thing that I've heard good things about. And we'll see what happens, you know? But also, whenever somebody tells me that something is really good, usually I'm not disappointed. Usually it is really good.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
but
I
like
trust
with
my friend's
Barbie, we
judgment.
don't know.
Well, yes, but I watched a preview, and you can watch the preview if you want to. I don't know anything going into Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's important to me. But you can watch the preview for Barbie if you want to.
You finished that show yet?
Get more excited. No.
Didn't think so. Dude, I take all your recommendations, you know. Everything. I mean, that's kind of our job.
I also take your recommendations. I'm just slower at executing them. Just because, I don't know, I have a hard time wanting to do anything. I have a very hard time motivating myself to do absolutely anything that's on my to-do list. So, you know, I either do nothing, or when I do get myself to do something, it ends up being, I should edit the video that goes out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just like,
watch the show.
I kind of, especially with people in general, have stopped recommending things because nobody takes my recommendations, you know? It's just like, kind of something I've noticed. It's like, I'll take everybody else's recommendations, but whenever I recommend people things, it never really goes through. So I've kind of just stopped.
I'm sorry. I want to take your recommendations. I think the really thing is for me is I don't take most people's recommendations, not because I don't think they're good, but just because my list of things to watch and play and all that is already so big. And I never make any progress on it. So it becomes really hard because then whenever I take a recommendation, it's like, then I'm ignoring every previous recommendation I've been given.
Yeah.
Once I've committed to doing something.
I understand. I'm just saying in just like more of a general sense, you know? It's like...
Yeah.
It just kind of gets frustrating because I like a lot of things, but like, no, I feel like barely anybody I can talk to about it, you know? Like, even Adam is somebody who has, like, even, like, caught up to the manga. But he's also, like, somebody...
I feel that way about a lot of things.
I don't know.
Nobody takes my recommendation on Stargate.
It's true.
And, like, I understand why. Like, I'm not bitter or mad about that. It's, like, it's frustrating that I, like, don't get anybody who we can talk to about it. But, I don't know. Such is life. I don't know. I've come to terms with the fact that there are some things that I like that other people like, and there's some things that I like that other people don't like, at least in my circles. And I'd like to be able to find a friend who shares an interest, like, for every interest I have. No. It's okay.
It is.
You lose Geo sometimes. That was bound to happen sooner or later. We can get more Geo.
It's true.
There's not a whole lot we need to buy right now anyways.
I don't know. With recommendations, it just frustrates me, I guess. Because, like...
Yeah.
I feel like I'm constantly being given recommendations, and then nobody, like, trusts my taste in things and stuff, you know? Which is frustrating because, like, I know that I have good taste in things, and I know what to recommend other people and what I think is great. But then, like, it's never taken, like, never even once. You know? It's like albums.
I think
it's like shows. It's anything.
Yeah, I mean that's valid. I understand why you're frustrated about that, and I'm.
It turns into like
really
a whole situation. It's just everybody, you know. It's not you specific. It's just like everybody in my life will be that way because they'll be like, damn. I'll be like, damn, this is really good, and they'll be like, I know what I want. It's like, okay, but like,
yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty true for a lot of the people I talk to. At least in my I don't know. I feel like I can't give recommendations to most people either. But also, I just put less of a... I just don't care as much, only because I also know that I'm guilty of the same thing of not taking recommendations from people very much.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, who am I to get mad about it if I also do the same thing? But, yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from there. And, you know, like...
Like,
I don't know. I hope one day I'll be a lot better at this, because I don't really know what the solution is. I feel like I don't have enough time to watch. Like when somebody recommends me an anime, I'm like, great, I've got 100 anime on my anime list that I want to watch someday. You know, like, great, I've already got so many people like anime especially is one that I like. I don't know. I don't watch anime ever.
Yeah.
Anyways, these days, and when somebody's like, oh, I like this anime, I'm like, cool, maybe I'll check it out someday. And then I don't, at least for a long time, just because I don't watch anime. But I'd like to watch all the shows that people say are good, and I'd like to listen to all the songs that people say are good. I think we do have a little bit of a different taste in music. Mm-hmm. There are songs that you showed me that I've really liked. There's also ones that I've not quite vibed as much with, and that's okay. I'd like to listen to more of your music recommendations for me. That's actually one that I'd be more interested in actively doing soon.
Because that's the one that frustrates me the most, is because albums don't even take that long to listen to. You know?
Jay, quickly, can you go right here?
Yeah.
I need to save you some frustration.
Is there going to be there? Yeah, that makes sense.
That stone sign that I pointed out earlier literally has a picture of a bench on it.
Of course it does. I was too focused on other things to notice that.
I know.
But it's like...
I mean, that's why I pointed out the stone sign, and then you didn't notice it, so I let it go for a while. But at this point,
yeah.
I don't need to... you don't need
it's just
to
like a general frustration in general, which I shouldn't be frustrated with. Like, it's fine. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of those. A general frustration that's like, you know, it's fine. It shouldn't matter, but, like, it's still frustrating.
Like, it's like...
I get that a lot.
I don't know, I just feel like... Especially with music, with me being the person that I am and knowing other people's tastes pretty well. Like, I think I could give you recommendations that you would like. Like, it's not like at the beginning where I just be like... Because I don't recommend you songs sometimes. Sometimes I'll just be like, hey, I really like this song. That's all.
That's fair.
Like whenever I actually recommend you something, you more than likely will like it, you know?
That's fair. Well, you know, listen, music especially is one of those things that I take recommendations for all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also have a little bit of a backlog, but not nearly as long as anything else, and also not really with much order. It's mostly that I have a bunch of songs that I like, and I like those songs either because I stumbled across them or because somebody showed them to me. And bench is a lot closer now. You're okay. But and there's, you know, there's whenever, I don't know, there's a lot of artists that I like one or two songs by and haven't heard any others that I want to check out, and I want to listen to more of their songs. But I'm also always down for, hey, check out this song. Sometimes it's harder for people when people say, hey, check out this artist. Usually that's something that I put off a lot more, because I'm like what? Just listen to their most popular song, pick an album. Can you curate some songs for me to check out first? You know, like that kind of thing. But if someone wants to recommend me a song, that's always the best. An album I'll also do, but that'll take longer just because that's like more of a chunk of time I have to dedicate. But music, I don't know. I'd love to take more of your music recommendations.
Because I don't recommend things to people without knowing that they'll like it beforehand, you know? It's usually like, but the things that I like are completely different than the things that I actually physically recommend to people, you know?
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
songs that I relate to are like me things
Yeah.
more than anything, because I decide those are gonna be mine, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'm the same way with other things like shows and stuff. You know, there's a lot of shows that I wouldn't recommend that I like.
Mm-hmm.
I actually would recommend Stargate. I actually think Stargate is good. I actually think that people would get a lot of enjoyment out of Stargate generally, and
Can we hop on top
I don't
of
know.
that thing, or would that thing hurt us? I'm pretty sure it would, because it's got spiky on the back.
Yeah, you probably couldn't ride it.
What the fuck was that? Did she just step on the dog? Give me 2 seconds. Anyhow, I don't know. Recommendations are fine. Like, it doesn't legitimately frustrate me. Like, most of the time it isn't even something I think about. I think it's more so, the reason it sounds like I'm so frustrated is more so from being frustrated with the game, so I'm taking it out on a minor frustration rather than on the game itself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, a chest.
Oh, is there a chest up there?
I mean, not reachable from this side, but if you get back, and it's okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It seems like you have to go left down here to get up there. So, anyways.
Am I supposed to do like the on those, like on the back of them? Am I supposed to do like the bouncy thing with the sword?
Certainly an idea.
But I don't want to
Usually
test it with
spiky things you
one.
can.
With 1 health, I really don't want to test it though.
That's a very good point.
Can I get back to the fuck? Can I get
Oh
back?
my god.
I'm playing with death here,
Yeah.
but I need a bench.
Yeah.
Can I even get back to the bench right now?
I really want to get to a point in my life where I take recommendations from people faster, because I really do respect my friends' like takes on media and stuff. I just have such a backlog and such a disinterest in consuming new things that it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard a lot of the times to like just do it.
I guess for me it's just different, but just like
Yeah.
a lot of things. For me, I'm constantly wanting to intake new things.
Yeah.
Like it's like
I feel like intaking new things is just work, though. It's like it can be. I mean, really, what it is I have to like anything that's worth experiencing does require some amount of effort, and my threshold for the amount of effort I'm willing to do is very low right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably has to do with mental health issues, but I don't know.
New area.
The area is changing a bit here.
Mm-hmm. Fog Canyon.
Canyon.
Cool. The doopy zappy zappy.
Wow. That thing just exploded.
It did, so this is gonna be a problem. Fuck!
2 masks. That took 2 masks of damage, that explosion.
That didn't feel nice. We gotta find the map guy.
Gosh, this place looks a lot scarier than the previous areas.
Fuck me. I should try to get out of here. This is a bad idea. Ow. Oh. Kinda wish I could say screw it and just not go back for it, but I need that. At least the shade back so I can have my whole thing together. Ow, shouldn't have done that. But it's like, for me, when it comes to intaking new things, I feel like it's not really effort, you know? I think it's less effort, more like... It's not... Well, I mean, it is an investment, but I wouldn't even call it that sometimes, depending. Like, sometimes I'll get a recommendation for a show. It's not even, like, a show that's supposed to be emotionally investing or anything. It's just, like, a show to, like, relax and watch, you know? Like, Bocce the Rock. Like, it's not really something you have to be entirely emotionally invested in. But it's still fun to watch. I try to think about it that way more than anything, but so that, like... I don't know.
So... My Discord client just crashed for a while, so I just got back.
Well, that's a problem.
Did not hear what you were talking about.
Just talking about emotional investment and things.
Okay. I'll hear it in editing for sure, but if you wanted to recap anything.
It's like... I don't know.
Rip that Geo.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't want to go all the way back to that other area, so I was kind of just chill with dying there.
Fair.
It's like... I feel like... There's, like, a certain amount of, like, investment in shows, but I wouldn't necessarily call that needing a lot of energy either. You know what I mean? Maybe that's,
yeah,
like...
I mean...
Or at least for me it isn't. Maybe it's different for you.
I feel like my time is valuable.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like watching a long show or playing a very long video game... when I'm not just having fun, only having fun, and not feeling like I'm working at all, then that's really the only way I can justify like playing a game or watching a show. When I'm like, yeah, this is when I'm enthusiastic about it, it's like the only time that I really feel comfortable doing that. And that's why I don't play a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
I know, we run a gaming channel. I'm not that much of a gamer. I don't play games very much. I played Tears of the Kingdom for a while when it came out.
Fuck.
Damn. Still a lot more to do in that game. I haven't played it in a few weeks. And I don't really have any desire to play it. And I want to finish it, but I also don't want to. I also don't want to play it. Because it takes too much energy to think about where I need to go in that game and figure out what all side stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of games that are hard for me to... I don't know. I have ADHD.
Yeah. I feel like for me, if I had to be excited about things I was doing, then like a lot of the stuff that we've done here wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Because I feel like for like, especially in the early days, like I feel like I started being excited with a lot of it, but then it just got really tedious at a certain point.
Yeah.
Or at least...
And you just kind of kept going anyways.
Yeah, because I told you that I would.
If I were in your shoes.
I know.
I would have demanded some changes. I don't know. It's just always been way too hard for me to force myself to do things that I don't want to do, and that is something I want to work on. I want to be better at that, right? Like life is very difficult not being able to do things that I don't want to do very easily. I have a lot of hard time like forcing myself to get something done I should, and that is to get something that I should do done.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I know about all the negative consequences that would happen if I didn't get it done, and even if I really liked the idea of it and really wanted to get it done eventually, even if I wasn't having fun with it, that still is it's just really, really hard for me to force myself to do. It's an executive functioning issue. I don't know how else to put it, but like, I don't know. I think it has to do a lot with the way I was raised. And, you know, I don't dwell on the past, but it's important to understand yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I would really like to improve that about myself. I'd really like to be better at paying attention to a conversation I'm in, which I struggle with a lot. With paying attention to a game I'm playing, wanting to play a game even if it's currently in a dry spot. Wanting to read a book even if it's currently in a dry spot, wanting to watch a show even if it's currently in a dry spot, wanting to start a new thing. I never want to start a new thing just because I don't know what it's going to be like, and I don't want to have to figure it out, and it's a lot of effort to watch the cutscenes and to read the lore and to figure out how to start a game, and I don't know. It's always been hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Even listening to a new song, because picking up lyrics is very hard, and I only feel like I want to listen to a song when it's a song that I like. And when it's a song that I don't know, then I have to spend a lot of energy figuring out if I like it or not by reading its lyrics while I'm listening to it, and maybe listening to it a couple times and spending some time with it. Because I feel like my I feel like a way to word it is I treat the songs I listen to like friends, right? Where it's, I can't just listen. I mean, I can listen to whatever song and like, you know, spend time with just some stranger, and sometimes it becomes a good friend, you know, when I do that. Other times it's just, yeah, that was fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to test how to do that, because it seems like that worked.
But when it comes to listening to music and it comes to spending time with people, I want to spend time with my friends. I want to listen to my friends. I want to listen to the songs that I'm familiar with and the songs that mean something to me. And I feel like my library ends up being a collection of songs that I can personally relate to, that I have an emotional connection with. And I don't have to personally relate to a song to have an emotional connection with it. But I do feel like I have to build that emotional connection for me to actually like a song. Which, again, makes it hard for me to listen to new music.
I'm really just not doing well anymore at this game. Maybe I'm like burned out.
It's a tough area.
I don't know.
It's a tough area.
Tough area. I don't know.
We can go somewhere else.
It's true.
We can say, let's come back and go to the Forgotten Crossroads, see if there's anything we can do with the dash now.
Yeah, probably do that. I gotta grab my shade, good idea. Though.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have any geo, so.
But I need the shade for specifically for the soul.
Yeah. But then, if you die somewhere else, then the shade would be there too. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea with this game, is if there's ever an area that you're like, I don't want to do this right now, this is too hard, I feel like I'm just getting worse because, you know, I'm less interested and invested in the moment, then switching it up can be a very good tool for that, just being like, alright, I'm going to go somewhere else. I don't know, at least I find that is for me.
just killed myself on purpose here, and the shade's still in that bullshit. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think it has a place that it is, like, just per room, or a couple places per room.
I just get so, like, I don't know.
I also get very frustrated at games.
I don't get frustrated with games that often. I think I'm more frustrated because I'm tired, and it's been a long week-ish. I didn't sleep enough last night. I don't know. I just feel like... Definitely didn't eat enough.
We've been doing long videos.
It's true.
We definitely don't need this to be a long one. We could even make this one a short one if you'd like.
No, I'm just trying to relax. I don't know. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
It can be a lot sometimes.
We did record right after Jay got back from his trip. He has been nonstop doing things. And, you know, I asked him. This wasn't like, we're ahead. We didn't need to record today.
No, I wanted to start today. It's just like frustration on frustration makes it hard, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, that's good to talk about, though. I think it makes for an interesting side of the commentary of this game. So
I meant to break that, and then I dashed. Because I think it's not even that the controls are hard. I think it's just more that my brain is tired. Because whenever I'm not here, I'm either working or I was playing a lot of guitar because I missed playing guitar while I was gone.
I frequently get frustrated at games when I have I don't know. When I feel like I'm not making any progress and throwing myself against a wall a million times and just not doing it, and that is when I always get frustrated. And when that happens, it's a positive feedback loop, and I just get worse, right? Because the frustration does not help. And then a lot of times I'm also very stubborn, so I just keep
negative
throwing my head against the wall until it works. Positive feedback loop builds upon itself infinitely.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with whether it is a positive or negative thing. So it's a positive feedback loop because the frustration begets not doing it right, begets more frustration. So it's an infinite loop, basically.
Yeah.
That's called a positive feedback loop.
Cool.
I learned that from science class in high school.
Yeah.
The negative feedback loop on the other side reduces change, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a way to think about that would be let's say, not like a pendulum, but just like a pendulum. Yeah, I mean, not like one that's designed to like keep swinging forever, but just like you tie a coin to a rope and you dangle it back and forth and it swings, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is going to gradually stop, right? It's going to gradually slow down until it's just pointed straight downwards. And that's a negative feedback loop because it has a momentum that pushes it to one side, which causes it to have a momentum to push to the other, and then it loops. It's a feedback loop, but it's negative because it reduces change and it eventually gets towards an equilibrium state. So the negative goes towards like it reduces change. Eventually, over time, it'll stop at an equilibrium. And positive is change begets more change, begets more change, begets more change, goes out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're very useful concepts to know.
Yeah, they are. I don't know. It's just like...
to call things that.
Yeah. I feel like your idea of energy is very different than my idea of energy.
Yeah?
Or at least somewhat.
That's an interesting conversation.
Like...
how so?
Like, the way that you feel like you need energy, like you're using energy in order to do much. Of like investing in shows and music and stuff. I just don't feel like, for me, I'm investing that much energy into that.
Yeah, I mean,
like for me, I can do that infinitely, and I don't feel like I'd be I don't feel like I'd really be tired. Like the only time that I don't know.
The only thing I can do infinitely and not be tired is, well, and that's not even true, but the only thing I can do near infinitely and not be tired other than normal wear and tear of, like, I've been up for too long, I need to fall asleep, is being social with people. Like, just, like, hanging out with people, like, spending good time with a friend or friends.
But isn't it
like,
still using that same somewhat, like meeting new people? Isn't that the same amount of energy that you'd be investing in, like, a show or something?
No.
How so?
I don't know. I think it just has to do with a preference of how I like to spend my time. I would much prefer to meet somebody and to talk to them and to have a conversation than to watch a show or play a game.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like
in terms of what I like to do.
I don't know. I just feel like...
And I don't know. I think there are things that are easier for me to spend. I don't know. And maybe my energy model isn't very good. I haven't thought about it that much. It'd be nice to come up with a better one. I don't know. One way I like to think about it, at least for now, and at least with the minimal amount of time I've thought about it, is kind of differentiating between physical energy and mental energy, and emotional energy for that matter. And I feel like I always have way too much physical energy.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like no matter what, I can get my body to do something physically, right? I can jump up, I can dance around, I can just like run somewhere, like no matter how I'm feeling, right? Like I just always have this unlimited supply of physical energy. But I have much less mental energy, which is the willingness to commit to something. The willingness to do something, the can I get myself to do something right now, mental energy. And that's kind of what I spend on getting myself into a new show, or getting myself into a game, or getting through a difficult part of a show or a game.
For me, I feel like
it's willpower that I don't have.
I feel like I have infinite energy in both. Weirdly enough. I feel like physically I go all the time because I do. I'm like constantly working on something or doing something. But at the same time, those things, I'm also using mental energy at the exact same time because my thoughts never end. It's
That's fair. And I don't. I thinking is hard for me. Like, I feel like I think in, like, okay, how I feel like I think in words in a way. Okay, this is actually really interesting, getting into some of this stuff. But you know, one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot and talking to people about a lot has been just the idea that everyone's conscious experience is so different. Like, everyone's subjective experience of the world is like just so different from each other. It's like everyone's so unique in that way, and I think it's really cool. But Jay has a constant internal monologue, as he describes it. So my understanding is, what you is it your own voice that you kind of hear, or is it not a voice?
No, it's definitely a voice.
Yeah. Is it your own voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hear, like, your own voice in your head, and hearing obviously is not exactly the right word, but, you know, close to it.
It's just like thinking, like, in long thoughts constantly. It's like, imagine if while you were doing everything in your life, you had some like thought, whether about the thing you're doing or something completely batshit off the wall different, or about something later on that day, but it was just constant, like it's going, and like it never ends. That's my internal monologue.
And I do not experience this. My subjective experience of consciousness is largely not a whole lot. I mean, I also have aphantasia, so I also don't visualize. So like all of my thinking, none of my thinking is visual, of course. None of my thinking includes any vision. All of my thinking includes grammar, words, or I can like substitute in like I can remove a word when I am talking about some concept that I can't put into a word, but that kind of has the same effect of defining a word for it. I feel like I need tokens. I need something to represent concepts in my brain in order to really discuss things to myself. But yeah, so normally it feels like I just am not thinking, and sometimes I do think. You know, sometimes I think about something, other times I'm just not, right? I feel like sometimes I'm thinking and sometimes I'm doing, and sometimes I'm doing neither, right? Because there's a lot of tasks. Like, I can wash the dishes without thinking about how to wash the dishes. It's just, I can just do it. It's muscle memory. I can play this game without thinking about how to play this game. I can fight bosses in this game without thinking about how to fight the boss. I can be thinking about something else, or I can be not thinking. I can be doing, right?
I'm just fascinated by the way that you sometimes are just not thinking. Like, sometimes that stream just stops.
Yeah, in fact, it stops more of the time. Like, more of the time I'm not thinking. And when I'm talking to you, literally, I would consider this a doing. Like, I don't know, like that's so weird, right? And sometimes there are thoughts that pop in, especially when I'm like, oh, how do I word this? Let me think about it. But generally, when I'm talking to you, in my head, I feel like nothing is happening. I feel like I'm not perceiving any thoughts, anything happening up there. I'm just speaking, and I'm just speaking what I want to, and I'm not thinking about what I want to. I just know what I want to. I just say what I want to, without any sort of like process in between.
Well, I still know what I want to. It's just like I'm still having those thoughts at the same time.
Yeah, you're still having thoughts anyways. Yeah, exactly. And our experience of speech is probably the same in that regard, but you have those thoughts anyways. I cannot really think while I'm speaking.
It's like imagine having to deal with, like, this is why I'm so good at dealing with multiple conversations at the same time, because I'm in a constant conversation.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, because I can't do that. I can't deal with multiple conversations at the same time. I can multitask, but it's very much so I'm doing 2 or 3 things that don't require my full attention, so I'm giving them a third of my attention. Just by switching between things.
Fuck me.
I also feel like my quality of attention isn't very good.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
However, I have taken certain substances that have improved my quality of attention, which is like the weirdest thing. Because I don't know.
I just feel like I think about things on such a deep level constantly, and the idea of not having that is so bizarre.
I feel like my intuition is very good in a lot of ways, and not in the same way you say your intuition's good. I just mean, like, because I don't sit there and work out things with words, because also the other thing is, thinking is hard for me. Thinking requires, like, I don't know why, but thinking, I stumble over my words in my head way more than I do out of speech. I frequently will even, like, in the same way that you'd, like, repeat a paragraph of a boring textbook, I'll just, like, repeat the same couple words over and over in my head, trying to get through the thought and just not doing it. Like, I struggle so much with thinking. Which is why I don't do it a lot. Head empty. I'm a real bimbo.
On God.
But I feel like because of that, I feel like I can know more and be more confident about, I don't know. I feel like a lot, my thoughts on something, or what I want to say, or a response to a question, or, you know, advice, or anything like that usually is not premeditated. Usually it just happens.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like I even have control over its content, you know? Like, I don't know, it just kind of happens. It kind of is me having all of the knowledge and then drawing a conclusion in an instant without having to go through a thought process. It's just how it feels to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, people have called me wise before, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with. Especially since I don't think things through.
Yeah.
But I do tend to word things in ways that people like sometimes. When I'm talking about stuff, sometimes I can put things in a series of words that the person I'm talking to appreciates. Not every time.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I do that, and sometimes I'm called wise. And it's like, I don't know, man, that's just that was just obvious. Like, that was just what my brain concluded without any thinking. It was just my intuition given the knowledge. I don't know.
I get it. I end up giving
like
a lot
that,
of
though.
people advice. It just
I feel
kinda
like
happens that way.
I feel like this makes me I feel like I'm a fast-paced person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I like fast stimuli, like a lot of stimuli, like doing things quickly, like you know, speedrunning is fun, although I get frustrated learning speedruns.
Yeah.
Because that's not a quick thing.
Nope.
I just want to play the game fast, guys. I don't want to spend 8 hours on it. But yeah, I feel like because I don't think, I do things fast. I don't freeze up. I just do things when I know I want to, when I am there. I struggle with executive functioning. I struggle with making myself do things.
I'm surprised that you're not like with this amount of like lack of thought, how you are not able to talk to people as easily as I am.
So I am able to talk to people pretty easily. I think it's just the initial anxiety of
But doesn't that anxiety usually start from those thoughts, right?
No, it's just an emotion. There's no thoughts related to the emotion.
Your brain works
I mean, it's
weird.
just like I now know the situation. I know there is a potential person to talk to. I've not thought about it. I just know that that's the case from my observations.
Mm-hmm.
And then anxiety starts to appear.
Fascinating.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of
with lack of thought.
'cause
Also, I'm sure that spiraling and why you don't understand the idea of spiraling. Because my idea of spiraling is tons of thoughts swirling around my head crazy fast. It's like where my internal monologue is turned up to like 11. Like, you know how like you can like fast forward something and make the thing go like way faster.
Yeah.
It's like
my breakdowns are kind of like the opposite of that in a way, right? Where it's like I cannot think. It's even harder than usual. I have a lot of anxiety going on, and I'm just a ball of misery.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get up. I can't do anything. I can't focus my eyes. I don't know. I'm just stuck there. Oh, there's a little person here. Oh, bury the knight with a broken nail. Bury the priest. Something about a crown. I can't remember the rest of that one. Maybe I'll just hum it. Oh, Mila. Hey, Mila.
Hell yeah.
She looks kind of like some of the other bugs that we fought, but she seems friendly.
She's just vibing.
Doesn't have the orange glow in her eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Take me back
Yeah,
now.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. People's experiences of life are so different.
Because my anxiety came a lot from thinking, especially whenever I was younger.
I
don't know.
I think I have generalized anxiety disorder, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. This is a newer development in my own like learning about myself. This platform is shaking. Looks pretty sturdy though, even though it's shaking.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think for a long time I didn't want to say I had anxiety or think that I had anxiety, considering it affects other people a lot more than it affects me. Because I feel like a lot of people describe it as more of an overwhelming feeling than I experience. Like, some people, it's very all-encompassing, very overwhelming to a point where some people might even fear that emotion.
Yeah.
And for me, it's always been just kind of like more of a mild, but always present, or almost always present, like, just bad feeling about everything and the thing I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's really mild, like, relative to what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. As people have told me, and that I agree with, you know, like, no matter how mild it is, if it's constant, it's gonna be annoying.
It's true.
But you know, I've done some research, and yeah, so generalized anxiety disorder can be anywhere from mild to very strong, right? Like, you can have just mild anxiety or very strong anxiety, and apparently it's so treatable that no matter that there's no reason to let it go untreated, even if it's just a mild case.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's really interesting because a lot of what I've said about my experience previously, I've kind of connected it to it and been like, wow, that must have been this. When I was describing this about my experience, that was actually probably this. So I don't know, I have a lot of hope for how I am in the future, because I feel like reducing that anxiety is helpful. And if I get my brain to, like, work better, like, if I, like, I don't know, if I can get on, like, good ADHD meds that work for me and good anxiety meds that work for me, then I feel like I could actually be a functional person, which is an exciting prospect.
Yeah, for sure. Still can't
Yeah,
go
we still
past
don't have that 1,800 Geo Lumify lantern.
Nope. I'm just exploring all the places through here that we haven't gone through yet. That's why I'm running around here.
Sounds good. Oh. Oh gosh.
What?
Nothing.
Did I miss something? Probably.
You just should I okay, I'll tell you this one just because I want you to know that this is a thing that you can look for. So normally when you hit a wall, nothing happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But go back over there. See that little alcove, that little wall there?
Mm-hmm.
You hit it a couple times and it bounced back, but you didn't notice that was weird for a wall and just kept going.
Oh.
There's a lot of walls like that, Jay. That either look a little off, move when you hit them.
I'm sure, yeah.
And you've missed all of them so far.
Doesn't surprise me.
I figured I'd point that out to you just so that you, like,
Good to know.
hopefully can keep a little closer eye on, like,
That's the
what
second
happens when you hit a
caterpillar that
wall.
we've saved this episode.
It is.
Alright, let's go and find another place on the map, which would be...
Yeah. There's that place... I think the place above the big enemy had spikes at the end that we couldn't cross. What's the problem?
Yeah.
So that I think it might have been too far for the dash, but check it out. It's right there if you wanted. Yeah, up there. See, it's a little too much spikes, I think, for a dash.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Shit, I wasn't even paying attention.
It's okay.
Fuck me.
Well, you're all the way Greenpath. How close is the stag station? Oh, far.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Well, you're not that far from the Forgotten Crossroads, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very interesting topic talking about all that stuff.
I feel like our brains work
we're
very differently.
We're very different people.
I'm very different from most people, I've noticed throughout my travels and stuff.
I'm very different from most people too. That I've also noticed that in a lot of ways. And I don't say that as like I'm special.
I'm special.
No.
Fuck you guys.
I just feel like there's been a lot that I've dealt with and experienced that a lot of people haven't.
Mm-hmm.
My aphantasia, that fundamentally changes how I look at the world. My probable ADHD, that affects that, and those two combined are really interesting. They have a high comorbidity thing.
Mm-hmm.
But those two together actually are really interesting determining factors on how I am. But there's also just more, I think there's a lot about... I don't really understand how brains develop and how mine decided to work this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much of that is set in stone at birth, how much of that's nature versus nurture. And I think, especially since, babies don't do a whole lot, it could very well just be like nurture, It could very well just be like, not necessarily fully, but like a lot of it could be how you've experienced the world and what you've decided to do, what your brain has decided to do to work, based on your environment. And I think that's really interesting because I really think human brains are so malleable and so adaptable. You spend your childhood adapting to your environment, and I think it's really interesting that children probably could adapt to any environment. Obviously, it's unethical to do experiments on children, but I bet they could adapt to pretty much any environment,
For sure.
Not any, but a lot of environments, a lot of different ways the world could look.
Yeah.
And their brains would turn out working a way that functions in that society or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I find that really interesting. I definitely can see a lot of problems with my childhood that has led to problematic things about myself, problematic behaviors, problematic feelings, etc. And I gotta work on those.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all that geo.
Oh yeah. Wait, does he always give you more whenever you walk back in there, or no?
No, that was just because you found more grubs.
Because he threw three things of money at me. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, because you found 3 grubs.
So every time I get a new one, so the next time he'll throw me 4?
The next time he'll throw you 1, right? But you found 3 grubs since the last time you were there.
Had I?
I'm pretty sure, unless you didn't. But
I thought I had.
I did.
That's why I was confused.
Oh. Be this one.
Pale thing, you wear that nail with ease. If you're in search of a combat, you'll find no great warriors in this decaying burrow. I've heard an arena exists somewhere below, one built for our like. Meet me there and we'll test what skills you possess. I'll be heading down soon. Come and find me if you dare.
Arenas are cool.
Cool. Do some fighting. And
maybe you should sit at the bench here while you're here. Just
I was thinking the
closer.
same thing. Man, how long have we even been going for?
A while. We can stop pretty soon.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Or now if you want. I mean, there was a couple interruptions, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, like, even with the couple interruptions, it'll be like an hour.
Yep.
Which is
I think it's the shortest one so far, but we can end here.
I just feel tired and I feel like I'm making no progress.
Yeah. Then that's ended. I think we had some interesting conversation topics, and
I think this is a cool.
We can make more
shot
progress
with
next
him
time
just
after.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna probably play until after we get back from our Montana trip. This is kind of our taste of the new series.
True.
So, what are your thoughts before we take a break for a while?
I'm
in terms
enjoying
of
it.
recording?
Like I said, I'm just really tired. I've been
Yeah.
like usual. I've been going, and I think it's all starting to catch up with me. It was starting to catch up with me in Texas, but I kept getting up at 7 a.m. and it just couldn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, get some sleep.
I don't think I ever really got to relax that much in Texas. Adam's a very stressful person.
That makes sense.
I'm just tired. It was a long weekend, and it's been a long few week. Well, I mean, it's been a long, forever lately. It never ends, which is fine. Honestly, it's good for me to constantly be going, but I need to rest at some point. Which I don't know.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I think now's a good time to rest, because...
Yeah, because I've only got a few more days of rest before I have to go on another trip.
Yep, and you should take all the rest out of that you can. You should rest up before our exertion together.
It's true. Anyhow.
I've been having fun having some lax commentary while you were just running around doing whatever today. Mm-hmm. Even if it was a filler episode. That's okay. Filler episodes are fine.
All good shows have a couple filler episodes.
Yeah. And that's just kind of how it's going to go with the series. Like, you know, that's just what the series is.
Anyways. Thank you all so much
let's
for
finish
watching.
it so Jake can... Yeah.
Oh,
Jake can
sorry. You can say that. You can go ahead and say what you want to say. Sorry.
I just said, let's go ahead and finish the video so that Jake can get some rest, because
cool.
He deserves it.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Comment down below. Tell us what you thought. Subscribe, post notifications. If you want to see what we're doing next. What's your sleep schedule lately? Is going to be my question of the day. Like, what's it been like? Have you been able to sleep consistently, or has it been like a mess like mine?
Mine's been a mess, that's for sure. I always stay up late and sometimes wake up early. I have a hard time getting myself on a consistent schedule. That's a goal of mine in the near future.
Yeah.
And I think the Montana trip's actually gonna help me with that a bit. But I don't know. I mean, I pulled an all-nighter the night before last, so that's probably not a good sign.
Nope.
Did a lot of work though. Got a lot done. But I got good sleep last night, and I'm gonna get some good sleep tonight. So it's gonna be okay. Excuse me. But I do want to improve my sleep schedule. I think the Montana trip will be helpful, and I think having a job will be helpful. Both of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine's been a mess. I mean, not even like in general terms, it's been great, but I've only been getting 5-6 hours of sleep every night, which.
Yeah, that adds up.
It does add up.
Like, I can get by with 6 hours of sleep. I can get by with 3 hours of sleep for a day and feel fine. But when I do that constantly, consistently, then that's when it starts to get bad.
Because it got to a point where we were getting up at 7 a.m., even though I don't even feel like it was really necessary to get up at 7 a.m. every day. You just wanted to, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've noticed that I don't know when I'm negatively impacted by being tired.
I definitely know.
I feel like I am I'm tired, and that's kind of not fun to have this tired feeling. Mm-hmm. But I don't necessarily always realize the extent that the extent of effect it has in my cognition. Mm-hmm. Because why would I notice that, right? I'm just being me. I'm just experiencing the world in the way I always experience the world. But I'm always more irritable. I always make more mistakes easier. I make little slip-ups. I will straight up see something wrong and kind of start to hallucinate a little bit and just be like, whoa, that word was definitely a different word. That, and that happens way more frequently.
That's how I've been feeling
when
the past
tired
couple days, because I have, even last night I went to sleep at 12:45 or 1 and then woke up at 8. or like 7 or 8. And I mean, it's good to be waking up early, but it's only good to wake up early whenever you're getting enough sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna try to get some rest, all you beautiful valid people.
Yeah.
Before I go.
And next time, Jay will be more rested. And
next time
and we'll go with some fresh eyes.
Back to the
figure
old,
out what we're doing.
Asshole persona, but for now, I'm too tired for it. Fuck you guys. You guys don't deserve me at my best. Go down to the description. Check out our ariahandj.com, the coolest website on the internet. We've all our socials there, and check out 2 socials to be specific. First of all, our Discord. It's a pretty cool place to hang out. But use @FuckYouAdam in the Discord just so I know that you're a real fan.
Of course.
Go to our Buy Me a Coffee page and donate us as much money as you possibly can. And if you don't, then I'll find you. Also, we have stickers. Stickers are great for guerrilla marketing, where you stick them on the back of everyone you know's car.
Oh gosh, is that vandalism?
I'm not. It's only vandalism if they don't like it, and if they don't like it, then they don't have taste. It's only a vandalism charge if they report it.
It's also a vinyl sticker. Like it's nice, so you can remove it easy.
Exactly. So I don't think that they'll get in trouble. That's why I think that these stickers are fine. It'd be different if they were stickers that like.
Yes, putting a sticker on a car is considered vandalism.
I'm sure it's like a very minor charge of vandalism at that point, right?
I mean, probably, but definitely don't do it because it's vandalism.
I also haven't really eaten today, so that's probably a contributing factor too.
You can put stickers on your own stuff. You can put stickers on things that have a lot of stickers on them because they're public sticker spots.
Stickers
on all of those things.
You know, like the poles on like the street whenever you're walking, how like some poles have like 1 million stickers?
Yeah.
Put it there.
Yeah, exactly. Don't put it on the ones that have no stickers.
No, put it on the ones without stickers too, because that means that we start a trend.
Actually, that's a good question. Is it specific poles that people tolerate, or is it like...
It's only illegal if you get caught. Always remember that, kids. Before I get myself in trouble, I'm going to run an outro and hopefully get something to eat, because I think that could also be a contributing factor. I hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'm addicted to crack cocaine. Goodbye.
Don't commit vandalism.
Please commit vandalism, because it'd be really funny to hear fans of Ariah and Jay have been causing havoc in the streets. That would be a really funny headline.
Don't do it.
Where are Ariah and Jay in this moment of chaos that we're just kicked back, relaxing in Montana?
Well, at this point, we're back from Montana, but sure.
Sure. I'm sure that the fans could cause plenty of mayhem even before this video comes out. And if they don't, then they aren't really our fans, you know?
I don't think anybody's gonna buy our stickers.
I hope they buy our stickers.
And I'm mentally prepared for nobody to buy our stickers. And
well, it doesn't cost us anything if they don't.
It's true. It doesn't cost us anything. I am just happy that I have the stickers, because I have them in my hand and they're so cool.
True. Alright, I'm gonna end the recording now.
Okay.
God, I'm tired.